Hey guys, Ray from loveyourrv.com. So I got a little mod today to my new bathroom fan. Last week I installed this bathroom fan. It's called a Vortex, and it replaced the old small fan that the OEM had installed in there. After 8 years that had given up, so I bought I think it was a Vortex fan and installed it. But it was just a straight single speed fan, just an on-off switch. So some of the commenters told me that they had installed variable motor controls on theirs, and it really helped out because it gave you a choice of fan speeds. I have to admit this new fan is quite loud, moves a lot of air, actually too much air probably at sometimes. So putting a variable speed control will really help. So I looked around on Amazon, found this neat little one. It was only, I think on Canadian Amazon it was 11 bucks, so probably about 7 or 8 on the US site. And I liked it because it came with this little case, and it had a mounting tabs on it. And there's the speed control knob that I'll be able to drill a hole in the plastic of my fan and install that, so below we'll be able to turn that, and hopefully we'll be able to adjust the fan speed. Now, up front, if you're going to do something like this, you're taking the risk that you may be voiding the warranty of the fan, but I'm going to do it because I like the functionality, so I'll be the guinea pig. A couple other guys said they've done it and it worked out really well. So this one is a DC motor controller, 9 to 60 volts DC, 20 amp max, so be able to handle the current of that fan, no problem. I think it's about 2.2 amps, that fan. And it's got a little wiring diagram here. We got red and black for plus and minus power, and then blue and green for the plus and minus motor. So I'll be able to just wire it in line with the existing wiring up there. I think rather than tuck it into the eaves, I'm going to just find a place up above. I have vent covers on my vents, so I shouldn't get much problem with moisture or anything. This thing actually looks like it's sealed pretty good. Maybe out of curiosity, let's pop it apart and see what's inside this box. Okay, pretty simple inside. Looks like we got some transistors, some rectifiers, a little control chip in there, some capacitors. But one thing I noticed, I'm glad I took it apart, is if you see this red wire wiggling in there, well, it's not connected, and that's actually the power wire. Looks like it's maybe broken free from the solder joint in there. Maybe it got yarded on during shipping or something like that. So I'm going to have to pull that board out and solder that back in place. If I had installed it already, I'd already have no power, and with that positive wire flinging around in there, it could short circuit or blow something. So yeah, you don't get the greatest quality control with these cheap parts that come in. Probably this one's probably made in China, and they slapped it together. But it's amazing how cheap you can get stuff. I'm just blown away that 11 bucks you get this much stuff all built in a nice little package. So let's pop it apart further and resolder that. There we go. You can see right there that joint didn't quite get soldered right, and the lead just pulled right out of the solder. Okay, well, I get to do a repair and a mod all in one day. Woo! Fun times for Ray. Anyway, got that soldered in, got her back together. Let's use this Bernzomatic torch. Let me give you a closer look at that. It's kind of a handy tool to have around. Nice and portable, runs on butane, so you just fill her up with a butane can. It's like lighter fluid. You got a nice torch, and it's adjustable. There's a little knob on the other side. Adjust the intensity of the torch. You can keep it on all the time like that, so you can work on stuff. And then it came with a soldering iron attachment. So I've used that quite often. It's just much quicker. You grab the torch and some solder and you're ready to go, rather than dragging out the soldering gun and all that kind of stuff. So it's good for little jobs like this. Next up, I installed some butt connectors here and crimped them on to all the wires, and I can go up on the roof now and cut into the power wires there and connect them all up. I'll drill a little hole in the plastic to drop this through, and we'll be able to test her out. Okay, up on the roof, got my vent cover off, and we got her wired in here. The right color coding, power wire coming in on this side from the RV, and then over to the motor on this side. So it's got a shrink these. I got kind of heat shrink tubing butt connectors, so I'm going to use my gun here to shrink them. Okay, let's give her a try here before we drill any holes. Here we go. Full on. Dial her down. Excellent. Excellent. Seems to work great. Okay, so next I'm going to mount this box down in here and clean up the wiring. I'm going to drill a hole from below where I want to put my control knob. Okay, all the roof work complete. Nice day to be on the roof actually. Cool breeze, but nice and sunny. So I decided to cover everything in good old Etenabond tape. See, that's where I didn't have to screw it in or anything. The tape will hold it in place and also protect it from the weather. That's the box there. Over there we got the wiring, and then I had drilled a hole and put that control in there and then covered it up with tape too. So it makes a pretty neat installation. And I can always get all that stuff out easily just by cutting away the tape. So let's go downstairs and try her out. Oh, first I'll put my cover back on. Okay, it's a little toilet room here where I installed that fan. And you can see my new control right there. Actually looks like it's meant to be there. I'll give her a try. Turn her on. There's full blast. And we can bring it all the way down. So it's totally variable. Have just a nice little speed going. A little faster, whatever we desire now. Actually, when this is turned all the way to the lowest point, actually the fan turns off. So that's pretty cool. Nice. Okay, so I think that's going to be much better. I like that little mod. Just to say though, it's you're gonna have to do your research and think about it. I'll give you a link to the little box I bought, but I take no responsibility whether it's going to last or not. I'm just giving this a try based on some other commenters that have said it worked for them. It could void the warranty. You know, if it causes a problem with your fan, you could void a warranty, of course, by putting in that adjustable motor control. Personally, I don't think there's going to be much of a problem. It's a pretty basic fan. And then as far as that control, it's fused through the RV circuitry just like the fan was. I put it right in series there, so should be good safety wise. But again, I don't want to accept any liability. If you start messing with the RV, that's up to you. So there you go. Until next time, Ray from liveyourrv.com. I'll update you on any problems and on this fan later on after we've used it for a while. Cheers, everyone.